Coming off the best season of his career, Bulls guard Kobe White has a lot he can share with the young stars of tomorrow, and he's doing just that here at his youth camp in Bedford Park.
In addition to being the nation's leading passer, McCord has shredded program records and put himself in a position to play on Sundays.
But replay appeared to show that Rodgers stepped out of bounds before returning to the field of play and receiving the pass. Officials upheld the call anyway. If you're a Syracuse men's basketball fan, you might want to get your blood pressure checked. It is stressful watching this team.
Last season, with boys under center, Cortland hung its first ever national championship banner.
The junior told us he isn't sure where he's going to put his silver medal just yet, only that it won't be going on display. That is for the gold medal.
But the other one isn't on here. Jordan McDonald had 137 yards and a score. He wasn't on the program, but he was in the box score. All part of a tough day for this Syracuse defense.
Those are free points. You've got to get those, especially in a tough matchup on the road. Stanford has lost just one game this season here in Palo Alto.
Fran Brown says it's kind of an NFL-style defense modeled based on Bill O'Brien's time with the Houston Texans and New England Patriots.
Finished the game with 0 personal fouls. That's pretty remarkable for a guy of his size, of unicorn stature, to not be baited into making silly fouls, especially against a much smaller Lemoyne team. That's something that's really encouraging going forward. Brianna Stewart's illustrious career has taken her from Syracuse to Storrs to Seattle and now to her second season with New York. All the while, the forward has racked up a list of accolades that barely fits on one page. This is 12-point font against a gauntlet of prospective top 25 teams. They've got Notre Dame in South Bend, as well as a handful of the ACC's best down south. SMU, Clemson, and Miami. Well, our player of the game is, you guessed it, the starling who shined when it mattered most. It's JJ, the junior. He finished with 28 points, the second most he scored in a game this season. There is, of course, an asterisk. He had an extra 15 minutes in this one. According to my tally, the ledger here says, Ian, you are the winner of this edition of Around the Hill. It was going to be box office, a spring scrimmage between Syracuse and Colorado, two ascendant football programs brought out of dormancy by a pair of iconoclastic coaches. Fran Brown and Deion Sanders were both on board, but the NCAA wasn't. But the Cuse turned it around in the second half, mounting the biggest comeback of the season to win 77-69. Could this be the win that SU needs to jumpstart its season? We'll answer that question and much more next on Orange Press Pass, which starts right now. Late in the first period, white jerseys just covering white ice. Jan Yannick is wide open in front of the cage. He gives Belleville the advantage. To the middle frame now. Lucas Edmonds dishes to Joel Teasdale. Time to light the lamp for the crunch. We're all tied up. Midway through the first quarter, Jada Curry finds space to shoot. No relation to Steph, but she plays like it. The senior gets the Cardinals out to an early 13-3 lead. He must have said his prayers because his Hail Mary was answered once again. Alan Lazard comes down with it. Are you kidding me? Let's get a discount double check on this. Lazard fights off 3 defenders to Holland Rodgers' 4th career Hail Mary. It is the moment that made history for Allie Kelly. The save here in the third period, 4,168. That puck is going up on the mantle. First quarter, time to break the ice. Emma Ward, the righty ripper in your face. Syracuse punches first, 2.5 minutes in. On the other end, Kate Galika weaving, cheesing, top cheddar, knotted at Uno. Skip ahead, who's now up 5-2. Melina Cotter on the free position. The freshman is undaunted. Her second career hat trick pulls the Cuse within 2. And watch out, Cotter is a cutter as well. Whoop! Into the back of the net, a nifty slide to tie the game at 5 near the end of the first quarter. Second quarter action, it's Cotter finding Ward at the X. The dish to Gracie Britton right there on the doorstep, caught on the Ring doorbell camera. 9-6 Cuse, Kayla Trainer's team is starting to pull away now. Halftime's over, it's time for history. Emma Ward further cements herself as one of the best attackers in program history. That's her 300th assist to Molly Guzik, the 7th ever to do that in SU program history. But Ward wasn't done dishing. Right there to Annie Parker, the hoop and the harm. SU football fans have plenty of new things to cheer for this season. A first-year coach, transfer quarterback, even freshly installed seats. Welcome to sports. I'm Peter Elliott. Fran Brown on the sidelines, Kyle McCord under center, and that comfortable lumbar support All reasons for fans to lend their support to the Orange on Saturday. Ohio coming to town for the most anticipated season opener in quite some time. Let's take you inside the Dome for this first game of the Fran Brown era. There he is, the head man, soaking it all in before his head coaching debut. Opening drive, the Bobcats looking unfazed, though. Got to give the credit to the team from Athens. Parker Navarro scampering for 6 yards. That would set up an Ohio field goal. Syracuse's turn with the ball now, and McCord's second pass is nearly picked off by Austin Brawley. The Orange ended the first quarter down 6-0, but started up 7-6. McCord to Aronde Gadsden for a 28-yard touchdown strike. 10 seconds left in the half now. McCord's got one shot, and he makes it count. Trevor Pena gets 2 feet down to make it 17-9 Cuse. But out of the halftime break, Ohio hanging around. This guy was hard to stop. Anthony Tyus with one of his 2 touchdowns. He finished with 203 yards. 17-16 Ohio. But how's this for a response? Number 1, LaQuint Allen, only needing one hand for this unreal touchdown grab. Syracuse reclaims the lead. Next Orange possession, McCord loading up, Jackson Meeks laying out. Now 2 plays later, McCord is going to look end zone. Number 2 will have his second score here. Trevor Pena on fire. And why not give him one more? Pena punches it in from the 1 to seal the win. Syracuse wins its opener 38-22. Kyle McCord and Fran Brown, how did you finish strong after such a shaky start? Fans of the Orange hoping that the sequel goes even better. Speaking of which, let's take an early look at SU's next opponent, Georgia Tech. Head coach Brent Key has the Ramblin' Wreck in good form. The Yellow Jackets stung number 10 Florida State last week in Ireland. No jet lag for GT in this one. Eric Singleton Jr. on the end around, finding lots of space and a score. Georgia Tech up 21-3 in the third. Their possession is just one play. This one. Haynes King with a cleaner pocket than your pants after laundry day. He's just playing catch out there with Malik Rutherford. That's too easy. Tech rolls 35-12. They're now 2-0 to start the season for the first time since 2016. They'll come to the Dome next Saturday for just the second time ever to open up conference play. Kickoff is at noon. Well, the SU men's soccer team is off to a 2-0 start with a new-look team. Bench boss Ian McIntyre brought in 13 freshmen and 9 transfers in the offseason. Just 4 players remain from that national championship winning squad in 2022. But one thing hasn't changed. The team still owns a top ranking. The Orange slotting in at number 7 in the country, playing host to Charlotte tonight at SU Soccer Stadium. Less than 5 minutes in, it's Gabe Threadgold helping Nicholas Kalukian find gold. A beautiful back heel to get the Orange on the board first, but defensive lapses like this one help Charlotte take a 2-1 lead before halftime. Jaden Richardson needing just one touch to poke it over the head of Tomas Hunt. SU on upset watch now until the 70th minute. Braden Smith delivers the fuel for Christian Fortier's rocket. Top shelf, he scores where the cookies are stored. The Canadians' first ever shot in a Syracuse uniform, one he'll never forget. SU salvages a point in a 2-2 draw. The Cuse will stay on campus for their next game when Lemoyne comes to the Hill for the first ever Salt City Derby on Monday night. Well, Judah Mintz is a Sixer beyond this summer. The former SU star signing an Exhibit 10 contract today with Philadelphia, according to the team. That deal can be converted into a 2-way contract, allowing the organization to move him between the G League and NBA. Mintz went unselected in the draft back in June, but latched on with the 76ers for the Summer League. In 8 games, the guard averaged 9.5 points and 1.5 assists. Mintz isn't the only former Orange Hooper to ink an Exhibit 10 deal this summer. Buddy Boeheim also signed on the dotted line with Oklahoma City back in July. Well, we wrap up on the diamond. The Syracuse Mets in Allentown taking on the Iron Pigs for the 18th and final time this season. Scoreless in the third, but Drew Gilbert changes that. He wallops a solo shot to right for his 6th long ball of the season. That's all the offense Syracuse would need because of this guy. Brandon Sproat was the GOAT for Syracuse, at least for tonight. He punches out 6 and allows just 2 hits and 2 walks. The bullpen holding up its end of the bargain as well. 5-4-3 double play to end this one. Matt Gage slams the door for his 6th save of the season. Syracuse wins the season series 12-6 over Lehigh Valley. The club improves to 71-59. It won't be good enough for the postseason, but they are on track to finish with a winning record for the first time since 2019.
Fred Zbigotskis will never forget the first time he beat his dad in a shooting contest.
Trust me, he was very upset.
That's a big deal for any kid, but especially when your father is the Steph Curry of Latvia.
Absolutely regarded as the best shooter in Latvian basketball history.
Ainars Bagātskis played professionally in Europe for 20 years and is still the all-time leading scorer for the Latvian national team. Like all great players, he earned a nickname.
Oh, your dad, he was named the Golden Hand.
That shooting prowess has been passed on to Freds, a 6'8" forward on the Lemoyne College men's basketball team. He's in his first year with the program after stints at Georgia Tech and UT Arlington.
Bagātskis has now attended 3 schools in as many years, but he says that Lemoyne has been the right fit for him from the moment he first stepped foot on campus.
Lemoyne was by far the easiest decision that I've made transfer-wise, purely because of Coach Champion.
Coming to America and not playing really the first 2 years can be difficult. You can start to doubt yourself a little bit. He doesn't have to prove to anybody that he can be here. We got him here for a reason.
He proved why immediately in the team's regular season opener against Syracuse.
That morning when I woke up, I knew we were going to have an insane sort of fighting chance to take that game.
Bagātskis led Lemoyne with 18 points, highlighted by a clutch three-pointer in the final 30 seconds that helped the Dolphins nearly upset the Orange.
When you take out the electric atmosphere, when you take out the dome, when you take out, hitting crucial shots and the emotions that gives you, that game was such a crucial step for our development as a team.
Bagātskis has been sidelined since mid-November with a right wrist injury, but that setback hasn't changed his sole focus this season.
For our team to win the NEC championship.
He hopes to return for the start of conference play in January. That's when the cast will come off his golden hand. For NCC News, I'm Peter Elliott.
When Jerry was a player, did you ever get a sense that he could make a really great coach someday?
Yeah, no doubt about it. He understood the game right from the beginning, knew how to play, knew how to work with people. And, I watched him practice today. He's an excellent coach. He knows what he's doing. I think he'll do a great job here.
Do you plan on being on this team in the next 4 years?
I plan on being on this team until I can't move anymore, so.
Can you take me through your emotions as you hear the national anthem playing and you get to lift that trophy with the rest of your team?
Very emotional. Anytime that you are wearing the red, white, and blue USA across your chest, and then to hear your anthem play, standing alongside all of your teammates who believe in you, it's such an incredible feeling. It's such an honor, and then to be able to play the full four quarters, knowing and believing that we would pull through even when we were down. It was feelings of so much joy and feelings of we did it. We accomplished what we set out to do.